Hi everybody, Radical Gardener. I just realized that little microphone's not in there. Let's get that in. Whoops. Here we go again. So I've got a different setup, so I'm looking a little bit more straight into the camera, and I think we got it. Okay. Anyways, I was asked to make a video. I think we're going to be okay there. I was asked to make a video about just how miraculous C60's been in my life. And for those of you who have been following me, you really know the story. So, but, where are Joe and I today, with the C60? So let's talk about how long we've been taking it, first of all, and what kind of C60 we take. We take Bob Greska's C60, which is www.c-60.com. There are many different C60s. You will find your way to the one that you think is the best. We believe, and studies have shown, that Bob Greska's is the only solvent-free. I'm going to get arguments from other people. At this point, I just delete it because Bob's had independent studies. He spent more money than any other company that I know of on independent studies to back up what it is he says. And bottom line, he's the only one who is a carbon scientist that worked for NASA. So that's where I put my money, and that's who I put my faith in as far as this product. And I say this, if somebody comes along with something better, I'll take it. I'm not loyal to Bob, I'm loyal to Bob's product. Again, I have a husband whose background is in science. He's a very informed guy, and that's where the research led him to. I did it on a more intuitive basis, but a lot of logic was involved, and Joe did it really on his knowledge of science and his background in medicine. So that's why we take what we take. We started out taking one of the C60s. I'm not going to tell you anymore what it is. We decided not to. It was very harsh. I've been through detoxes, but that was more than a detox. And we come to find out that there's solvents, toxic solvents, the same solvent that you find in airplane glue. So no, thank you. So we moved from that, and then I started to document with my naturopath / herbalist / homeopathic doctor, started to document my getting well through live blood analysis and through dry cell analysis and through electrodermal testing. So, testing the meridians, what have you. There was so much that was wrong with me that I really think I was in denial, to be really honest, because I've worked on my health so much, but I just had a run of bad luck over the last few years. And, I had a studio that had black mold in it from that, and, just being in pain. Before that, I had taken some pain medication, which if I take anything that isn't natural, my body absolutely rejects it. So I got candida. I'd fallen downstairs backwards. I was in a boating accident and broke my back for the second time in my life. I was scheduled for 2 knee replacements. I was having breakouts in the skin, just dry. And so there were, adrenal issues. There was a lot going on. My husband has stenosis of the spine. He was in special forces, used to jump out of airplanes, and when they used to hit the ground, it wasn't like it is today. It was very, very difficult. So, and he's had some lung issues. He's a smoker. He doesn't smoke a lot, but he smokes, and he smokes, American cigarettes, and he tries to be as responsible as a smoker can be, but he smokes. So that's where we were at. And then let me tell you about our age. I'm 2 years away from 70. Joe is right behind me. He's a couple of years younger than me. So we had that, we have our age, right? So we had a lot of free radicals. We had, degeneration. Also, lots of gray hair coming in. Joe's, almost completely gray. So those were the things. Nails broke. I couldn't grow nails at all. So we monitored the through live blood analysis and dry cell analysis, and we could see this visible shift in my blood. And when anybody does live blood analysis, there's a chart that shows different states of the blood, and I was in the fourth from a good blood analysis. So there's a lot of clumping in the white blood cells. You could see where the inflammation was. I had tons of inflammation. So anyways, but it was so interesting because we would look at the blood and it would be exactly how I was feeling. Like I would be feeling a little bit better after my first 3 months of it. And I definitely, didn't have as much inflammation. And I thought, well, I'm not going to get the knee replacements and I'm not going to do this. And so it just, it kept improving over time. Do not expect to feel a huge difference in the first couple weeks you take it. Now, some people do. I don't know if that's more typical than not, but I'm telling you, it took me a while to really get the effects because the C60 had a lot of work to do, and I didn't really change what I ate. I mean, it was just basically I was taking C60. So what's really interesting about C60 is that as things are changing in your body, you start to think differently. I was making different food choices. I was I was making better choices about friends and who should be around me. It was a really interesting transition, and other people said the same thing. So, it was all like it was clearing up my thinking, but I mean, it was a very deep and profound kind of a cleanup, right? And Joe too. And Joe's a hard sell, right? So here we sit now. We started in March last year. So here we are, almost May. Joe still has a little bit of that pain. He's achy now. He doesn't have the pain. He's off everything. Blood pressure, all that. He had a heart attack in his 40s. He's on nothing. He's on no pain medication. I never thought I would see it. No Lipitor, none of it. It's gone. He's not taking anything. But when it rains, he'll feel achy. And, I told him, I said, I think we just keep taking it. And I think eventually that'll go away too. Everything is better on me. Canceled the knee replacements, like I said. No more adrenal fatigue. I'm much stronger physically. My endurance is fantastic. I mean, I was so run down that 2 hours or 3 hours at the most, and I'd have to go lay down. Now I'm just going from morning till night. You guys know how much I've been doing. The candida is gone. The black mold is gone. I never get sick, ever. My body tried to get a cold twice, and the flu for the half a day, and the next day I was fine. I mean, that's really crazy. Joe, same thing. My skin, as you know, the wrinkles are gone. I've been sitting under really crappy light, unfortunately. You can't really tell because of the way the lighting is in here, and I took that other lighting out. So, but my skin just looks great. It's, it definitely is more, it has more, elasticity. I lost 20 pounds due to the C60 getting rid of the inflammation. Now I've just lost 16 more, so I've lost 36 pounds. It's so easy to lose weight now because I don't have the inflammation, which sets up all those cravings. I mean, everything that I told you I had is gone. The next thing I'm going to work on is vision. I'm going to put C60 in my eyes. I'm going to do it. I'm not telling you to do anything. You do what you do. It's up to you. But these are just my experiences. So to me, it's a miracle. I think that, when you're taking C60 and you go through months and months of getting well, you understand that we were meant to live a lot longer. And if we continue to take something like C60, how long could we actually live, right? I mean, we all know that there's historical and biblical data that tells us people live to be 300-400 years old. Who knows? Who knows? We live in a very toxic world, and so this is my way of fighting back. I mean, it's you cannot escape it unless you're living on some island where, nothing ever happens. No EMFs, no planes, no anything. So forget it. We live in a toxic environment. So how do we fight back? Also, we couldn't get sunburned. That was another perk of it. And we were in the Mojave Desert. We were in a convertible for 2 solid weeks. We get a little pink on the nose. We put C60 on our nose, and the pink would go away by the next day. So I've had 3 skin anomalies on my body. I had no idea what they were. They didn't look good to me. I put C60 on them. 2 of them have completely fallen off and are gone. I have 1 that's almost gone. I don't know what to tell you about this stuff, My dog had cataracts, no longer has cataracts. We have all the animals on it now. If you're going to give it to your pets, it's 1 drop per 5 pounds. And here, get a load of this. As soon as we grab the bottle, they run to us to take it. So something vibrationally is really resonating with our animals. And for little B, we just put a drop in each of his eyes. A 10-pound dog, he gets his 2 drops that way. So his cataracts are gone. He's running around like a puppy. And he's been taking it, I think, now for a couple of months. So is it miraculous? Yeah, it is. Do I think you should take what I take? Well, yeah, I do. But, take whatever. Take whatever. But I think this is a game changer. And like I said, I'm sticking with what works. I've heard that this is placebo. Well, okay, if my placebo can change my blood and get rid of all of those things, great. Because I am one positive human being, and I've believed I could get well from the time I was very small. I never thought anything would be able to keep me down. And so I've had the little placebo effect going on for a long time, if that really works. And it never worked before I was taking the C60. Oh, I would be vital because that's my personality. But believe me, I didn't wish myself well through this. That just didn't happen. And my husband definitely no. My husband took it and assumed it wouldn't work. That was his placebo effect. People tell me that Bob's nothing but activated charcoal. I've taken activated charcoal. I took it back in, the early 80s. I had an ulcer, or maybe it was the late 80s. I had an ulcer. I took activated charcoal. Believe me, this is an activated charcoal. No, I don't think it's nanobots and somebody's going to be able to control me from afar. So, if you are of any of those schools, sorry, don't even bother coming to me with that, because I've been through it with many people, and probably that's why my channel got taken down, was because I was such a proponent of Bob's C60, and the competition is so ugly. Not from his end, he stays very positive, but from the other side, and not everybody, just a couple. And I think they flagged my my C60 videos, and I was taken down. So, and they may do it again, and I don't care. So I'll just go, I have a wider format I can go to, so all they're doing is stirring up a pot that's just going to become even more vocal and have more wide-reaching effect. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you. This is, like I said, a lot of subscribers asked me about it. So here it is again, talking about my experiences with C60. I wish you all nothing but health. Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. Today is April 20th. It is 2019, and it is rainy outside. Okay, you guys. Love you all. Sending you love. Oh, thumbs up and share. Bye.